And here we are. We are finally starting the trial of Turnabout Big Top. December 29th, 9:43 a.m. District Court, defendant number 5. Whatever, who cares? It's Max. Hello. Why are you sweating? Good morning, Max. Max?
Meh. Milk. Milk was a bad choice.
What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Should I give him a southern accent or make him sound like River Song? What should I do? Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick. Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? Could you, put on a shirt? You're in a courtroom. I don't know. I don't think what you're wearing is appropriate courtroom attire. Just saying. Your lawyer would advise you to put on something a bit more professional looking. Put on a shirt, dude. You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. You know what else wouldn't be right? Wearing that in a courtroom. Exposing your bare chest. Just stuff like that. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. I don't think that's how it works, bro. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick? What's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously? Alright, whatever you say. December 29th, 10 a.m. You know what I like about Phoenix, right? He's always on time for his court case. Haha! It is Francisco von Kama again. Prepare yourselves for the worst German accent you've ever heard. It actually sounds more French. See, I'm not even... I didn't even press a button. I don't know what the hell he said. Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. Maybe I should give him a bit of a southern drawl. Yeah. So? Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. What's wrong with the name Billy Bob Johns? What's wrong with that name, Judge? I wonder if that's to our advantage. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope it isn't lots of thinking you would win this one, Mr. Phoenix, right? Eh? That spiel channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It sounds more French. I can't do a German accent. I should watch some Flugerborg, I should. As a Flugerborg. He's really funny. Oh my god. It did not count, you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Zero. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and land, Mr. Phoenix, right? I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What did I do? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. Oh, burn. There, opening statement complete. Now, let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Hurry up, my lady. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up here there, now. Gesund. Sorry to keep you from work. Via that? Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Ooh, are you taking a jab at his income? How dare you? Don't mention it. Wait. Blech. I need to channel his accent. Hey, don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. Why does everyone call her sir? Is it a translation error? I know this game was originally made in Japanese, so I don't know what's up with that. Alright, Detective, you may proceed with your testimony. Witness testimony, details of the events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. Oh, here we go. We haven't seen this before. So, Ringmaster's room, cafeteria, very big circus, big top, Mo Acro lodging house. We haven't even met Acro yet. We don't know what Acro looks like. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Oh, that sounds bad. I hope it was an instant death. He does not deserve to die like that. I see. He was beaten to death. Here is the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Wow, look at that. Look at that typo. You should probably fix that. Should I make a note of that? Hello. The court will accept this into evidence. Russell's autopsy report, time of death 10:15, cause of blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Well, there we go. A blunt object. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Here we go. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. So before we press anything, let's take a look at our evidence. So, let's see. Crime photo. This must be important for something, right? I'm not sure. Broken bottle? I wonder if this broken bottle was the blunt force object. But that happened in the cafeteria, not in the other place. Unless the body was moved. Because that's what happened in, like, in the jackhammer case. They moved the body. Yeah, I never saw this. Did I never look at this before? Money the monkey habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. A cheap ring with an eerie something. Okay. So then profiles. Benjamin Woodman, without his puppet trailer, Ben won't say much. She's come to America to defeat me in court. Interesting. So we are in America. Good to know. The idol of the Berry Big Circus and daughter to Russell Berry, the ringmaster. Lawrence Curls. Ringmaster's old friend, a pleasant stooge of clown. Okay. So we don't really have anything to present yet, but I'm just gonna press. And one thing I've realized about when I press and then it adds a new, like, whenever I press on a statement and it adds to the testimony, that addition is very important and I need to present evidence on that new addition. That's what I've realized. So every time that happens, I'm going to be like, this text is important. Let's go ahead and press. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the night of the... It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal, maybe about 1.5 inches on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. So it didn't snow again. Interesting. The snow, let me see. There's gotta be more to this. Huh? What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? Oh, interesting. Hold on. I'm seeing in the corner how many statements there are. There's like little dots on the right side. You see that? That's new. That wasn't there before. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, and I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Ah, hey, we saw that. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent while Mo went back to his room. Regina was playing with Regent while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seemed they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. That's creepy! Ugh, God freaking damn it. Why? The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. I'm just gonna press everything because pressing doesn't, take away tick marks in the top right. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us the whole thing. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. That must be important then. Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. A wooden box. That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. So what was inside the box then? Maybe it was Trillo the puppet. Who knows? Locked, you say? Wooden box. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. What was inside the box that weighs 20 pounds? This may be my only chance. I may as well ask some questions. About the box, sure. This wooden box, you figure that weighs about 20 pounds, right? Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating? Why do you think it's lined with iron? I figure they just did it to make the box... Youch! I think we'd all do without your guesses, detective. Stick to what little you actually know. Sorry. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy. Much better. You may continue on, detective. Why does the judge do nothing about her behavior? I don't know what kind of stuff you get away with in Germany, but America, that kind of behavior is not going to fly in my courtroom. Judge! What are you doing, bro? The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, no, no. No, no, no. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Oh! There wasn't much that we could go after Gumshoe at this time. He gave us facts, as we saw them, but there's gotta be more to this. I didn't see anything. But that's why you're the lawyer and I'm the medium. Yeah, because there's actually more of those questions that I want to ask about this statement as well. So let's go ahead and get the other questions out of this, shall we? Let's ask about the lock. You said the box was locked. How exactly was it locked? Well, it had quite a studded lock on it. It took quite a bit to open that bad boy up. So, when you found the box, it was locked, correct? Yes, it was. Some of the forensics team took it back to the precinct to crank it open. I see. Continue, Detective Gumshoe. I need to get more stuff out of this. I didn't mean to do that. Let's ask about what was inside. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was a little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There was only one little bottle in that huge box. I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Small seasoning bottle found inside the wooden box the victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him in that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Eh? I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trilla will show up on the stand as well. That is a very good question. Yep. Beating up as we speak. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Trillo Quist. I am employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was Mr. Benjamin Woodman. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That road must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. I like how you can still see Ben's mouth opening when Trilla talks. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Me. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? I didn't see any kind of rhyme or reason to that song. It had a good rhythm. No, it did not, Maya. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. Why is Trillo so mean? That's my question. It's so... oh, I didn't see that. Oh no. I accidentally pressed the button. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilla handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about something testimony. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out what this witness. Now, let's proceed. What you witnessed. Here we go. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Oh. Huh. Is that Max? It kind of looks like some lady lips in there. That's when I saw Max, heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that? Without a doubt, he had a silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why's that? Here's absolute proof. Silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ah. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for his hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Quit being a brown noser, bro. Thank you. Thank you for stating the obvious, Mr. Phoenix White. What do you have to say? I don't like how skipping text. Like, it wasn't my choice to skip. I can't read that fast. Oh, okay. I guess she's the boss again today. What you witnessed. Here we go. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. Clown. Let's go ahead, press everything. The clown. You're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic. I can't stand him. He's just a little bit exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. What do you mean by that? Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Why is Trillo so mean? Then what happened? Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and he went back to the plaza's entrance. Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Objection! Mr. Phoenix White, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers have always said I was. Thunker? Is that another typo? Was that done on purpose? That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Are you really sure it was Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays, you're talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, how could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little more effort into preparing your questions. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo? That's right. And that makes him the killer. There was only one person that night headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense. It makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to the story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? I mean... Let's see. There's no proof that it was Max. Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactica. Hey, you still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. I don't want to say it again. Thank you. I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright. Great, I'm getting shut down by a toy. Okay, let's go back a little bit, though. Ben only saw Max? That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen? I mean, it had to be the actual victim, right? Because they were both heading in that direction. That's my guess. That's the victim. That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Aha! Obviously the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? The thing is that all your... the only thing that these people are seeing is Maximilian's costume. It could be anyone wearing that costume. If you don't actually see their face, it could be anyone. Ah, I see. It seems that at this stage, I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Joanna. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Trillo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, I don't know. If Trillo wants to marry Regina, and so does Max, if Max is out of the way, like in jail or something, then that way Trillo is the only option for Regina. This all still feels super icky, by the way. Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, exactly. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick? Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah. I think so. I don't know anymore. So I just had a thought. The blunt force trauma to the back of the head. What if this was the thing? Because was it Ben that took the hit? Or was it actually the ringmaster that took the hit? And then what was inside of the box, other than this? Like, there had to be something else, right? Why would a 20-pound box have only this? Contains pepper. Okay, hold on. So the police showed up and took Magic Boy away, but where did they arrest him? Was he at the scene of the crime when they arrested him, or was he in the ringmaster's office? That's the real question. Should I present on this statement? Okay, so I feel like I should present something here, but I'm gonna see if I can get another statement out of this line of questioning first. Silk hat, cloak, and white roses. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to killing over for good. So this is about how Mo was exhausted after his performance. We didn't have any choice. Ben took him back to his room. Hold on. So why would you go to Mo's room and then back to the entrance? He was the only one headed that way. How could that punk not be the killer? But what about the clown? What about Mo? Because if the murder took place right outside of his window, because Mo was actually a witness, he saw it. So I feel like I should present Mo here because Mo was also there.
Objection!
No? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out the timing. So the meeting in Big Top ended at 10 o'clock. So Max and Russell went to the ringmaster's office immediately afterwards. Russell said, "Hey Max, wait here. I'm gonna be gone for a little bit. I'll be back in 10 minutes. So then, which means that the ringmaster was actually headed towards the building probably around this time. So maybe I should present the ringmaster as heading in that direction? Okay, this is probably wrong, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Objection!
Yep. But I still think of like, Max should have been in the ringmaster's office for like 10-15 minutes, right? So where did the police arrest Max? Was he in the ringmaster's office? Or was he in the lodging room area? I don't know what I should present here, but something about this statement is coming out to me. I'm gonna present this.
Objection!
No?
Hold it!
Okay, so the police arrived at 10:30. Practice ended at 10, so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra?
Okay, so I didn't read this yet. Hold on.
Why can't you just believe that we just stand outside in that weather?
Because I don't believe you. Well, maybe you were waiting for someone.
Well, what? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix White, we can do without all of your offhanded theories.
Objection!
But the witness, he's cracking under pressure already. I'm on something. Mr. Wright? Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for in the cold that night? Who was the witness waiting for? They must have been waiting for Max, right? Because they were trying to go to the office together, right?
Take that!
Don't hold your tongue, Ben. It's your job to answer all the stupid questions.
I'm sorry, Trello. I've got to find a way to get more information out of this witness. Aw, that wasn't the right person? Think about it some more, Nick. I'm sure you come up with something. Trello wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Okay, so who were you waiting for? Maybe you were waiting for Regina.
Take that!
Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Why did Trello just explode? Excuse me? You were waiting outside for Regina to come back into the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares if I was waiting for that night? Who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well, well, well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. All right. There was obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought.
Why does the witness...
Why does the puppet keep exploding? That makes perfect sense.
What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
However, he did not see the victim on the way to the eventual's demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max. I can never finish my sentence.
There was absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina.
Pain!
Don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was. I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose? Do you really think that a girl like Regina would want a proposal in front of the circus? Like in the middle of the night, in the cold dead of winter? Like, do you really think she would accept that? What? You were what? Waiting to propose?
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
That the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit.
More pain!
Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. We have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
About the proposal.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket.
Do you really, though? Are you sure about that? You were going to propose? You? A puppet?
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. Yes, it does! She's 16! What is wrong with everyone in this case? It's just a video game. It's all fiction. You were... Bro.
Exactly.
His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. You could say that again. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? About the proposal.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina.
By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina?
Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Why, Ben?
Yeah.
Got it? That's the truth. I even had something to give to her.
What was it exactly that you planned on giving her?
You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that would match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Wow, what a surprise.
Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs.
Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. It's time for this to end right here.
Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. Push on anyway. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever... Oh my god.
I'd advise you to cut this argument short.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring, I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. Why is Petrillo so rude? I planned on giving an engagement ring to Regina.
I think I have it in my possession, but I'm gonna keep pressing. An engagement ring?
Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. It's even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's going to love it.
It's just a ring.
What's the matter, Nick?
Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on.
I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her.
Whose pocket was the ring in?
Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You've gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Really?
You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing.
Really?
Of course, I also has it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her.
So you went to the lodging house to give it to her?
That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way.
Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. Oh. Max, hello. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. So what about this present?
In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
Are you sure about that? So you were still thinking of trying to give it to Regina?
Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily.
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony.
That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck.
Judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina.
Okay, so we've pressed on every statement, and this was added to the testimony. So let's go ahead and present on here. We gotta present this.
Objection!
No? Okay, so maybe that was the wrong statement. However, I've still got it in my pocket. Let's present it on this statement instead.
Objection!
Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it?
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh, looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief!
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? He exploded again. What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something.
Hey, don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo.
I found this in Bunny's room.
Money's room? You mean a room they put money? Like a bank vault?
Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quiz, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my room, in my court. Well, Your Honor, money really is a monkey in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Like Pokemon. Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night. The night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have been, well, it could have been taken around that time.
Oh! Ah, yo! Oh!
Oh my god. Poor Ben. Being attacked by monkeys.
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially now who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo. Oh, I forgot.
I haven't admitted to a thing. Not I, Mr. Twilloquist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? Ben doesn't exercise enough. Ben's testimony has a flaw. Well, maybe we should pick one of these options in the next episode, because I am an hour into this recording. Everyone, thanks for joining me so far. We will continue the trial next time. Bye!